Hey everybody, welcome to the Big News Show with me, Ben Bailey. It's big, it's new, it's a show. It's the Big News Show with Ben Bailey. I keep saying that. I'd like to celebrate everybody. We're 11 seconds in and everything is going swimmingly. The lovely and talented Miss Emma Gleeson will be here, as well as Sparky the dog, at least in spirit. He's a dog. We try to get him to do stuff, but he just wants to eat, really, and howl. Kieran, slightly less new guy. Kieran is not here tonight. He's not feeling well. Feel better, buddy. This one's for you. We do have a lot of stuff for tonight. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I've been down here obsessing over the show, as usual. We're going to go live from Vic's, where we sit at the bar and discuss things. I wrote a new song, and I made a music video for you guys. I can't wait for you to see it and hear it. We're going to do Emma's Weird, Wild, Wacky Wednesday Weekly World News. We're going to take viewer questions. We're going to do movie quotes. Of course, we're going to do Sunday, because it's Wednesday, and Wednesday is Sunday on the Big News Show. All that and much, much more. Actually, not much more. That's it. Just that stuff. Isn't that enough? I feel like it's enough. I hope it's enough. Whether it is or not, it's the Big News Show, Episode 3. Here we go. Welcome to the Big News Show, episode number 3. It's time to tear it up. I figured we'd come out of the gate with a drive-by for you guys. A little bit of a rocky start. Hopefully this second take here is pretty good. I think some people on one of the media might have heard what Ben Bailey really angry sounds like. It's ugly. I try to keep it from anyone that I can, but it doesn't always work. Cheers, everybody. It's a drive-by. That means pick up your beverage and take a sip of it. Welcome to the Big News Show, episode number 3. Oh my goodness, it's been quite a day getting ready for this, you guys. Kieran couldn't come because he's got a stomach bug, so it was like, all right, I'm going to have to pre-shoot all kinds of stuff because, we're a man down. But I think we're in good shape now, and I kind of like that open. I thought that was fun.
That was great, babe.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, beautiful. I'm just happy to be doing the show again, honestly. Like, we're down here one night a week doing this, and we both, every week after, on Thursday and Friday, we're like, man, I kind of feel like we should go do something else down there. Like, it's so fun. Why don't we?
Yeah, it's nice to connect with everybody, and we miss you guys.
We don't know you guys at all. We've never met you.
But it feels like...
But we miss you when you're not here in the basement with us.
Yeah.
It's just fun to do the show, and it's like, man, let's go do something. Let's go down in the studio and create something fun, because it's so much better than just not doing that. Just like hanging around and just being a human being. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where to go. I have so many little things that we could do at this point that I'm not sure where we should go first. Too many good choices. It's the modern problem. Yeah. Too many choices. And it's even comes down to that here on the big board. What should we do? I think we should go and consult the wise old man on the mountain, honestly. I remember my friend Bobby and I used to come up here, we'd go to the pharmacy. He'd pretend to get his foot stuck in the door on the way into the pharmacy. And then while the owner was running out looking after him, I could lean over the counter and grab whatever I wanted. Cigarettes, chewing tobacco, condoms, whatever. I mean, it didn't matter because he wasn't looking, so I could just grab what I wanted, and then all of a sudden, he'd be okay, and we'd be like, oh, it's okay, and then off we go, Meanwhile, I got a newspaper that we paid 50 cents for. I got 3 Playboys and penthouses in there. Now we got smokes. We got pornography. We're headed up the mountain. We got this beautiful view. Not that we ever bother to look at it, but man, we used to come up here and have some fun, man. We get a big fire going. We get some of the girls from the class to come up. we steal a couple of beers or we blackmail one of the local people into buying beer for us because we know their secrets. And as we come up here, we just hang out. We'd have a couple of beers. We'd have a couple of smokes. We were 12, 11, 12. It was fine. It was great. It was a time of our lives. You know what I mean? I had a wrist rocket. I could shoot out a light bulb from like I don't know, 300 yards. I was good with that thing. I was good with it. You steal a bike. If you don't feel like walking up, just steal a bike. Nobody's going to come all the way up here. Look at that. Nobody's coming all the way up here after a bike. It'd have to be a pretty special bike, you know what I mean? If you go back just over here and down the hill, there's a whole pile of bikes that I stole. Take whatever one you want on the way down. Listen, I'll see you next time. I got to go.
It's fantastic.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Just popped in to talk at you for a few minutes. Got the cash cab parked outside, so if anybody wants to go for a ride, take it. I'm done with that thing. Just pick one of you can drive, and everybody else go pile in there and drive away from me. The cash cab isn't really outside, but I did just pop in to share some new stuff with you guys. I was walking actually across a parking lot the other day, and as I was crossing the parking lot, I passed a woman who was going the other way. And as I passed her, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed that she had a lazy eye. That's not the funny part. For those of you that just laughed at that, you're just laughing at someone's eye situation, and that's not cool. You guys were like, oh, yeah, I seen him out there with the thing. Yeah, it's hilarious. But that's not the funny part. But it got me thinking about that expression, the lazy eye. And I concluded that expression is inaccurate and offensive. Offensive not to the person, but to the eye itself. Right? Because that expression implies that eye kind of could be in sync with the other eye if it felt like it, but it's just too lazy. Right? It means that eye could be in sync with the other eye if only it weren't so goddamn lazy. That's how the joke originally went. It's offensive and it's inaccurate. Maybe the other eye is just overly motivated. The so-called lazy eye just got tired of trying to keep up. Right? Maybe one too many times, the motivated eye was like, hey, lazy eye, what do you say we read a book? And the lazy eye was like, I don't think so. You know what? I'm done trying to keep up with you. I'll tell you what. You go ahead and read the book. I'm going to watch the movie. But I'm done before you are. Who'll be the lazy eye then? Now, those of you who are not so much laughing as glaring at the screen angrily most likely have a close friend or a family member who has a lazy eye. And I'd just like to take a moment right now to say that I didn't know that. I will admit that every time I do this bit about the lazy eye, a little part of me worries, and I'll wake up the next morning looking at the ceiling and the wall and thinking, holy shit, I'd better stop doing that joke about the guy with one leg. Start doing a new joke about blowjobs and world peace. Not necessarily in that order. I don't want you guys to think I put my own personal pleasure ahead of world peace. But then again, if you know that world peace is coming up next, why not get a blowjob? Now that's an afternoon. Blowjob, world peace, and then maybe a nap. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Just popped in to try out a little bit on you. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm going to head over to Vic's bar. Ahoy there, everyone. Welcome to Vic's, back to Vic's. So there you go, guys. We heard from the wise old man on the mountain. If you need a bike, I guess he's the guy to talk to. I hope you guys could hear him. He was, he doesn't realize he's very quiet up there on that hill.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. His audio was low, so I had to I had to adjust it.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody is ready for another sip. Let's do it. You guys are watching or listening to the Big News Show episode number 3. The Big News Show with me, Ben Bailey. Look, there's still a microphone out here. Yeah, that one's live now. You can actually use it for, because we didn't need a mic for Kieran tonight, so his is unplugged, and I just set that one up. I hope it didn't create an echo. But yeah, take a drink of your drink, everybody. Cheers to you. Cheers to you and your friends and family and loved ones. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's been a hell of a couple of years. Time and time again through those 2 years, I thought I was going to be back to work, back out on the road, and it just kept not happening. But it's actually happening now. I'm finally actually going to be out on the road. I've got some dates coming up. Yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma City, where the haunted Hilton. Remember I told the story on the show about the haunted Hilton?
Yeah, you told that on the show.
I think I did on the old show. I haven't told on the new show, but it's called the Skirvin Hilton.
Not for me.
And it's haunted by the mistress of Mr. Skirvin, who he kept locked at the hotel, and eventually, because he had a wife and kids, and eventually she threw herself out the window. And they say she haunts it. And so I was doing a tour of Air Force bases, which was awesome, by the way. It was very cool to get to see a lot of that stuff. Had a lot of fun on that. But I had a couple scattered around that area, so I got a room in Oklahoma City that I could sort of hit up in the middle and cut the drives in half and just get away and, not be on an Air Force base. Because it's very different from staying in a luxury hotel, even if that hotel happens to be haunted. But so I looked for a hotel in Oklahoma City, and I found the Skirvin Hilton, and happened upon. Oh, this is what happened. I typed it in to find it again. I lost it. You searching, you're booking travel or accommodation or whatever, and you lose your search or you have to start again. And then I was like, oh, what was that name? Oh, it's the Skirvin. So I typed Skirvin Hilton, and Google was like, Skirvin Hilton haunted? And I was like, are you fucking with me, Google? I'll take you up on that. So I opted for...
I can't believe you did.
I opted for... Not only did I opt for Google's information about the Skirvin Hilton, I then read up on it and then chose to stay there.
You didn't tell me about it.
Based on the fact that you might have a chance of running into what's her name? And I got to be honest with you, folks, I did. I heard screams in the hallway and went out there, and there was nothing. And at one point, there was another guy in the hall, and I was like, please tell me you heard that. And he was like, looked at me like I was nuts. And then I just had the worst sleep, and I just kept having these dreams. I couldn't sleep at all, and...
Yeah.
And I was kind of laughing at myself. I'm like, well, I guess I signed up for this shit, I had these pretty nasty little dreams every time I started to fall asleep. And yeah, the next day, one of the guys that worked there, I was talking to him about it. And he's like, yeah, that's definitely her. He's like, we've all seen her and heard her. And like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again. I believe it now. She made a believer out of me.
It's funny. There's people who don't believe, but then there's there's no doubt clearly amongst the staff there.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, absolutely haunted. Yes.
At least that guy. Or they're told, all right, this is why people come here. See, we start talking about ghosts, and who shows up? But McCracken. Welcome back, McCracken. We're accepting you now. Not out of the goodness of our heart. We couldn't figure out what the hell was causing you. Guys, there's a scroll at the bottom of the screen. We can just look at it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna write a Mayday sketch I'll be a pilot in an old school plane trying to communicate with the crackle coming through. It's the best idea I have, but for it at the moment.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Bricktown Comedy Club. I'm going to be back in Oklahoma City. I haven't been there since that trip. Then the Funny Bone St. Louis. Shore Club right here in Jersey. If you guys are in Jersey, I'm going to be at the Shore Club in Spring Lake on Saturday, February 26th. 6th. So check that out if you can. If you can't, I guess you can't then. Then I'm going to be at Zany's in Chicago in May. I'm going to be at the DC Comedy Loft in July. I'm going to be at Ridley's Comedy Castle in November, and there's more. I'm just messaging with people and connecting more and more dates. So that's going to keep filling up. I'm so excited to get back out on the road. No offense, babe. No.
I'm excited about it too.
Yeah, she's like, I can't wait. I know. I'm joking too. We're both joking. We're very happy to be here together.
You are seriously happy to get out on the road.
Oh,
and I get that. I totally do.
I can't wait. Look at this. How lonely is this? This is Kieran's shot.
Oh,
Kieran, hopefully you're watching. You better be watching.
hopefully he's not.
And hopefully you're feeling better. And that's very lonely. I'm going to take that down and go back to us. I'm going to kill the scroll. These dates, by the way, you guys that are listed there, are all on my website. And we can just flip around. Oh, now it's saying to sign up for the email list. But they're all listed there on the website, guys. You can go there, and there's links to tickets. Going to be back on the road. Can't wait. Hope to see you guys. Hope you guys can come out and see a live show instead of this, basement stuff, which I got to be honest, I'm loving it. I'm loving this. You're having fun with it too at this point, are you, babe?
Yeah, I am. It's cool.
It's the big news show.
Yeah. It's our big social interaction.
It is.
of the week.
It is our big everything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm loving it. There's nothing else in my life except for Tuesday night hockey, and I love that too. I think maybe we should take a question from a viewer.
I'm grabbing the questions from YouTube every week.
Sweet. YouTube. Yeah, if you guys want to get a question answered on the show, go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Were you just going to say that? Did I steal your thunder?
Yeah, absolutely. And then just leave your question underneath the recording of this video. Okay, so I have a question from Desi Siller. I don't know that she quite understood when we asked for questions for you.
Desi Siller.
Yes.
That's a Desert Silly. Can we flip it around? Her name is Desert Silly. Silly Desert didn't understand. The Silly Desert lady, Desi Siller. Okay, since you think she somehow didn't understand, does she have? Is she asking me a trivia question or something?
It's a question for you, but
okay.
But yeah, not really. Okay, so she says Special Ed and I have a question.
Special Ed.
Special Ed who watches on YouTube as well.
Right. Okay.
Why are they called practicing physicians, or for lawyers' offices, law practices?
Law practices? What? Is this like they're trying to set me up for a bit?
I guess.
Like when you go on a talk show and they're like, okay, what's one of your bits? And then I'll, let's just talk and I'll be funny. I don't want to get led in a forced lead into a bit. I'll find my way there.
That wasn't quite what we were wanting, Desi, but.
But I'll accept that question and I will answer it
Right.
because they're not ready for the big game yet. They're just practicing, man. It's like, it's the same as my the bad joke that I made over and over about practicing social distancing.
Right.
Enough practice. Let's get out there and do this.
It's so funny. I forgot that you made that joke until this week, and we were checking out the feed and seeing how it was on YouTube, and then the
Right.
thing that popped up after was like episode 8, and you.
Oh.
And I was like,
Oh, right. Episode 8 of Working From Home.
Yes.
It has a lot of views for some reason.
Yeah, and I watched it to see why, and
And you were like, I still don't know. Is that what happened?
Oh, it's just bizarre. Like you were saying, oh my God, we've been here like for 600 days or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, if only you knew you were like predicting the future. And that we really were going to be in basically the same situation.
Wow.
In that many days.
Crazy.
But yeah, you talked about practicing social distancing. And
Yeah, like enough. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it, man. I've been practicing for 6 months. Let's actually do this. Yeah, let's do it for real. Let's go out and stay away from people. Which secretly is what some people always wanted, to just have a good reason to stay away from people.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think a lot of people had that desire to just like, if I could just have some time off, I could get caught up on all these things. And I wonder how many of them did that stuff.
It's funny. I know I didn't. Like, I did on some things, but I also just created new things to do, and I left those things, some of them that have been sitting around waiting for years already. I was like, you know what? COVID's here. I'm not leaving the house at all, and I'm still not getting to you. New railing for the stairway.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, I'll do the railing. It'll be fun. I don't know why I haven't done it. It's just it hasn't made the top 5. It's kind of like you only work on so many things at once. All right, well we'll make a priority of that one, I think. Yeah, because it'll look nice. Yeah. We have a metal, a wrought. Would you call that wrought iron? That's there now. The railing for the steps that going up to the upstairs. Yeah. It's some sort of iron. I think it was wrought.
I don't think it's cast.
It's definitely not cast. That'd be some strange mold for that thing. I believe it was wrought. WROUGHT. Boom! Oh, if I say boom, you know what has to happen. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. We are live from Vic's, folks.
Okay, so that leads me to the second.
Oh, there's another question. We have another question. Okay, great. Because that one, I mean, I've thought about it. It's just the way they say it. Like you go to a doctor, it's a family practice. Mm-hmm. You have a medical practice. You have a law practice. It's just a double meaning, 2 different meanings of the same word. Yeah. Like team practice. Baseball. What's the difference between baseball practice and law practice?
The
spelling. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those interesting ones. I kind of like it. It's it's very unique. That word, in those 2 meanings. So yeah. Okay. You've got another question.
Okay. Yes. Zembo Bain.
Zembo. What's up, Zembo Bain?
Zembo had some lovely things.
A Zembo it.
About the last show, but he also asked.
Did he?
Who is Vic?
Who's Vic?
Of
Vic's Bar. Vic is the late great Vic Henley, my fellow comedian, Mr. Vic Henley, who passed away sadly. The day I started building this thing, which was in April of 2020. God, I can't believe it's almost 2 years ago already. It's like insane. But yeah, he was my buddy, a comedian who passed away, and so we dedicated the bar to him because he was pretty young. We were not expecting him to go anywhere just yet. So at some point, when people are out and about fully again, we'll have other comedians come in here, guests, and they will sit here and live from Vic's. We will tell stories about Vic, and we'll salute him because we never got a proper chance, really. I mean, we did an online thing, which was pretty cool. It actually was, way better than nothing.
Yeah, in place of a funeral.
Yeah. So that's who Vic was, Vic Henley. Vic Henley. Yep, he was great. He called me the Hammer. Because we used to do the storytelling show, Urban Myth, and I was the hammer at the end of it. He's like, man, every week, boy, you come in here and boom, you're the Hammer. So he called me the Hammer. From that point, that was the rest of our time hanging out. He called me the Hammer.
And he did at least an episode of Talbot true that
He did an
was published.
Yes, he did one that aired, and then I have like hidden basement tapes of 3 more episodes of Tall But True with Henley as the guest.
Yeah.
It was going to be a regular. We're going to do, sometimes it was going to be the 3 of us, and then we were going to bring in a 4th from time to time too, but we never got around to that. But I do have those.
But yeah, you guys sat right here before the bar was here and
Yeah.
talked for hours and hours.
Yeah, we did. We talked for about 6 hours, I think, that day.
Yeah. It was amazing.
And I have those. I haven't brought myself
The 3 of you
to
will-
delve into them, but I'm gonna at some point so that everybody can enjoy them.
Yeah.
Um,
Great.
so here's a little something I thought you guys might enjoy. It's not something we've ever done on the show before, quite like this, but I hope you like it.
Woo! Wow, that was awesome, babe.
Thanks, baby. Now it's time for the weird, wild, wacky Wednesday weekly world news with Emma Gleeson.
Okay, straight into that. What we might talk about here.
Oh, we talk about the music?
Amazing performance.
Maybe a little later. We'll chat about that.
All right. So this week's news is a follow-up to.
From last week. There's more news from last week's,
Well, yeah. Well, it's interesting.
or an update or something.
Yeah, it's kind of an update of sorts.
Okay, cool. I thought that was a pretty interesting story. I felt for them both.
Yeah.
Right, that's the one where she was like, she was set up to meet a guy, and then they had to quarantine together.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't have my notes in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting maybe a little static from your device there, babe, because you're holding it by the mic, and I was picking up a little thing. No?
We were getting a little
Yeah, I don't know. I just seemed like it might be connected there for a second. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Maybe, yeah, sorry. Okay, so yeah, last week was a story about a woman in China who went on a blind date and found herself in lockdown during the date. I've got more details about that. So she, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
So
No pressure, babe.
she.
I could blow it up and eat up a little time if you need it.
Okay. All right. So this 30-year-old woman in China, her parents said to her, "Look, you've gotten to an age where we need you to start settling down. So
Yeah, you need to find a man. You need to get out of our house."
So they set her up with 10 different men, and she went on these dates.
Right.
And then one of them she went on, he was trying to distinguish himself by showing his home cooking. She goes to his apartment. He cooks for her. She said it was pretty mediocre, the food, but anyway, so the date happened.
She said that before they got locked in.
It was okay. Yeah, she was leaving the apartment, leaving the complex.
Bye, what'd you think of the food?
No,
Oh, now we're stuck together for 4 days.
Then she said it online.
She said it online.
To all of China.
Yeah, she said it so loudly that we heard it. Yeah. That's crazy.
So, yeah, she's leaving, and the security guard says, no, you guys aren't allowed to leave, like, of the complex. You have to go back inside, and they were in lockdown together for 6 days.
6
so,
days.
Yeah, when they hit in China, it's, like, incredibly strict. Like, there was a man who was moving houses. He was in between moves, and he got locked into his home, and he couldn't even go back to his car and get stuff out of it. And he had to borrow a
comforter.
A comforter from his neighbors because he didn't have, like, it was, you know, so that
I assume they dropped it off.
This is the information I'm getting, at least. Is
Yeah, it sounds like they're very, very strict about it. Yeah,
very strict.
I believe that.
So these stories got a little bit mixed up. Some of the reports I was looking at, they think the two stories are the same, but there was a second couple that had this blind date situation.
Right. I think I predicted that. I was like, I think that might happen. That might have happened a fair amount.
Right. So these two 28-year-olds. Now I have to pronounce all these difficult names. They both have the same last name, which is interesting. But anyway, their parents set them up.
Wait, both of the women who were in this situation have the same last name?
No, the two people from this couple have the same.
Oh, okay.
So,
are you going to try to do pronunciations?
Wang was the first lady from the last one. Zhao is the woman from the second. So she.
Wang and Zhao?
Yeah. So Zhao.
How much cooler are those than our names? Like that. There's action in those names. Wang, Zhao. It's like there's something there.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy.
Zhao. It's like Batman just punched somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
No offense. Someone will be like, "What? You can't compare people's names to sound effects from old TV shows, you son of a bitch." Okay.
I don't think anyone watching is going to be saying that.
Yeah.
No audience, no.
Hey, you never know.
So anyway, Zhao got set up by her parents as well.
Right.
She gets set up with the young man. She sees these photos. She's not so keen on him. But
Maybe she tastes the mediocre food.
She goes on a blind date with him, and it goes okay. So then a second blind date set up for later in the month. He lives 140 kilometers away from her.
Right. Oh, that's a pretty long way.
And so.
Is that about 100 miles?
I don't know, probably. Yeah. So she sets off, goes to the province that he lives in, and she goes to his home to have dinner with him and meet his parents, all in the one date.
Wow.
Meeting.
Wow.
Maybe if you're going to travel that far.
Yeah, let's get it over with. Sign the papers. You tried the egg roll. Let's sign the damn papers.
So then another snap lockdown, and she has to stay. and she was not preparing to stay. She was just going to drive back home afterwards.
But she wasn't allowed even to do that.
No, she was unable to.
Yeah, because it's far enough away. I guess that makes sense.
So she's trapped in this lockdown. She said it was awkward at first.
Right.
Because this is not what she was expecting. But her date's family were very friendly, and
Oh, that's nice.
and she got used to it, which is good because she was there for a month.
A month?
Yes.
Oh my God, that is too long.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
So she said.
when is the baby due? We have a video. Do you want me to cue up the video? I believe we have a clip for this.
I thought you had a photo.
Maybe it's a photo.
Show us the photo. There they are.
Let's go to you,
So,
and then the photo.
that's
Yeah, that's not a video. They're not moving at all.
That's
If it's a
Zal.
video, they're very good at holding still.
Zal and Faye.
Okay,
He's Faye.
right. They look pretty happy. They look pretty chill. Like things
Yeah.
are okay.
So a week after she.
They're not like, clutching each other's throats. So tell us about how things went.
So a week after.
They're grappling. As soon as I kill this fucker, I'll tell you exactly how everything went. They look very happy. Sorry, babe. I keep interrupting you.
A week after she'd been there, his parents were like, "Okay, we think you should get engaged."
Wow, 1 week in.
Yeah, because they started to get along well.
Right.
And she said, "No."
She's like, wait, hold on.
No.
Listen, Mom, Dad. No.
No way. Yeah, but yeah.
So, why don't you guys just go ahead and get engaged then? I can't imagine saying that to anyone under any circumstances where, it's just one of those situations. But I guess some parents they really want their kids to get married. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and culturally in other countries, parents set
Yeah, they arrange it.
their children up very often.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah.
saying that in China, when people live in these small villages and provinces, it's not uncommon for them to arrange for them to meet people who live in other areas. Their family and friends definitely often set people up on these blind dates. and
Right.
things. So it's
Like-
not altogether uncommon.
Do you want to do? I know a nice guy. He's a pretty nice guy. Lives with his parents. Do you want to live with him for a month and see how it goes? No. Nope. I sure don't. Let's
Yeah.
start with breakfast,
Yeah.
maybe.
So anyway, 20 days in.
Not since breakfast. There's tonight's movie quote, folks. Sorry, we'll have to come back to that news 20 days in. You ever seen a spleen like that before? Not since breakfast. Does it? Have you ever seen a spleen like that? Not since breakfast. Okay, so 20 days into the
20 days in.
to the month-long lockdown with a family she didn't know.
Yeah, 20 days in, she liked him.
She liked him still.
Yeah, yeah.
Still, or like
Or
she
more,
just
yeah.
finally, she was like, okay. You annoyed me for 19 days.
No, she said he was more handsome in person and
Oh, it sounds like they're...
responsible and considerate person. And yeah, and she sells apples online.
That's like what she does for a living?
Yeah, she live streams.
She's our competition, is what you're saying. That's what we needed is fruit. We had no fruit. It never would have occurred to me that we should be selling fruit. She live streams and sells apples.
Yes, and I don't understand.
That's amazing.
But she said that I guess she's doing it late at night. sometimes.
Well, sure. None of the rest of it makes any sense. Why should that?
And he stays up with her no matter the hour and stays with her.
Because he can't believe it. He's like, you really make money selling fruit by live streaming? It's incredible. I love
mean,
it.
I know people-
I hope it's true and that she's making lots of money.
I don't know if she's making lots of money, but like.
It's just like,
that's her work.
how did she get into that? How did that?
But that's what they're going to do. The two of them are going to get into selling fruit and explore online businesses. Like,
Wow. Well, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to check into it, you guys. If there's money to be made in internet fruit, I'm doing it.
streaming.
Live streaming fruit sales. Step right up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's really touched by that.
That he stayed up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's not going to last. You know how it is from the other side. I'm a total vampire, you guys. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am an absolute night owl. My nickname in college, among other things, was the Count. Because I would, if there's nothing prohibiting me, I will just stay up until 5, 6 in the morning and sleep until noon or 1 or 2. That's when it works best for me. I don't know why or how, but yeah. And Emma, sometimes she drifts into my time zone somewhat, and then she's always like, I gotta go back. I can't do this.
Never quite that far, but.
Right.
But, yeah.
But sometimes it starts getting a little later when you're getting to bed,
Yes,
and
it can get later.
doesn't work really well for you. It doesn't work for you at all, really.
No, I feel terrible when I wake up late. So.
Yeah, just like I do when I wake up early. Not always. I can tough it out some, if I have to get up for a job or when I shot that Unforgettable, I had to be in the Bronx like every day at, 6 a.m., 6:30 for a week, and it was extra tricky because you got to get to the George Washington Bridge before you got to be there before 5:45. Is how it used to be, or you were going to be there for an hour. But if you get there at 5:40, nothing. You just cruise right through. I'm like, wow, now it's 5:50 in the morning, and here I am in the Bronx, just kind of sitting here. I'm like, normally I wouldn't be here on this end of the day. I'd be getting ready to go home. But so I can do it when I have to. But it's just not what naturally works for me, My dad's the same way. He's more of a night owl than I am. Though now he's older, so he sleeps kind of any time. Like right when you're having a conversation with him. And I remember they were here and he had the remote and he was flipping through and he went to the guide channel. And I was just waiting for him to scroll and pick something and 20 minutes went by and he was just sound asleep. So I just sat there. I sat there watching the guide channel for half an hour. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. I'm going to work, more like. I think it's time for another drive-by. We're dancing. I don't know if you guys are dancing, but we are totally dancing on this end. It's time for you to drink your drink, are the words on the screen, and they are no joke. You've got a beverage in front of you. Take it out and take a sip. And toast yourself for being awesome. You have survived.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good thing to toast to.
Toast yourself. You've survived this crap that everybody's been through for the last 2 years, man.
Shit.
And I'm going to toast myself, but since we don't have a bartender, I got to get my own beer.
Oh, well.
Can you believe that?
I am drinking another pink drink.
Drink your pink drink.
Today. It's guava kombucha.
Guava kombucha.
Yeah.
I think there's a fair number of people out there that would say I don't know what either one of those things is.
Oh, really?
Guava kombucha. It's guava bucha. Guava bucha. No? You just shook your head. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. It's guava bucha because I say it is guava bucha. What were you going to say about it? Cheers, everybody. And to you and your guava kombucha, babe. Is there more to the news item?
No, that's it. They're engaged now.
They are.
Oh, sorry, that was yeah.
Oh, shit, babe. You did it.
Yes.
No, that's it. They're engaged now. I'm like, well, that's more.
Sorry.
That seems
Yeah,
like
no,
more
I
to the
didn't
story.
catch that bit. Okay, sorry. Yes, so 20 days in, she says she likes him and they got engaged.
Oh, my
And,
God.
They are going to get married, but she has said that she wants to wait 6 months.
Oh.
Because she doesn't want to rush it.
Yeah. Well, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Only just met, but yeah.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But that's not the same woman, or it is the same woman?
Different woman.
Different woman,
The
right.
other one said, likened him, the guy that she was confined with, to a mannequin. Said that he didn't speak very much.
She likened him to a mannequin.
Yes.
And he didn't argue. He was just like...
She said he was like a mannequin. She said he said like 10,
He cut to him.
10 sentences to her in one day.
Defend yourself.
But that he was cooking for her. Even the food was mediocre. She was pretty happy to have him cooking for her.
That's what I was thinking.
Through
Like,
the 6 days, she was.
when you first said that, the food wasn't that great, and then they got stuck together. I was like, well, at least he was cooking.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
it was amazing food, but just to have someone cook for you, even if it's not that great, which I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a master chef.
But I never complain when you cook.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're not cooking.
You're getting better and better.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
I could make a lot of different breakfasts.
Yes.
I like me some breakfast. I always thought breakfast was the best meal.
Well, because you wake up after other people have breakfast, if you want to get a breakfast, you kind of need to learn to cook that one.
I gotta make my own. You're saying because ain't nobody cooking it for me at 2:00.
Well, that's not true. But,
Yeah, that's not true.
yeah, you make some great cheesy eggs.
Oh, thanks. Yep.
I did make egg toast for you today.
Yes, you did, and I appreciated that very much. I was down here working, trying to get everything up and running for the show. And it was one of those days where I was just like, oh my God, wait a minute. What time is it? It's, like I had been down here for 6.5 hours before I could blink. And I was like, oh my God, the show's in 17 minutes. Whew. Thank goodness you made egg toast for me, which is French toast. It's Australian French toast is what we called it.
We've told everybody about that.
It's like French toast, but it's savory. It's not sweet.
We've talked about having some segments, either on the show or on the channel, where we do other things around the house, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we could do one where I take a nap.
We could do one where everyone comes with me to wake you up in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, let's go
Or
get
in the
Ben.
afternoon.
What? Run for your lives. You disturbed the beast.
Yeah.
Run.
But yeah, we going to join me in the kitchen, or...
Yes, we could do like some little cooking segments. Emma was going to do some cooking for you guys. I mean, I'm going to reap the benefits. But, you guys can learn what we're eating here in the house. We eat a very healthy diet.
Yeah, I think we do.
I think we do too. In fact, I'm sure of it.
Eggy bread is British French toast, says Con.
Oh, eggy.
There
Do you want some eggy bread? Yeah, if it'll make you stop saying that. Would you like some eggy bread? No.
It's a bit like how in Denmark, what people call Danishes and the rest of the world call
Right.
Vienna bread.
Vienna bread. Well, what do they call it in Vienna?
I don't know, but I was watching a show.
They call it Brazilian.
I was watching a show that was set in France, and I thought that
In Vienna, they call Vienna bread bread. It's just bread.
I thought that they said something like in the French, they were saying something like get some Viennese, and they were talking about pastries.
Viennese. I know. Now that makes me think of the Viennese dessert tables. Maybe that's not what they are.
What are they?
They're like dessert tables at a wedding or an event where they wheel out
right.
these tables that have all these awesome desserts on them.
Yeah.
I thought that was Viennese.
Yeah.
Maybe not, though.
Yeah, but I thought they were talking about. But I think I was hearing the French and looking at the English was saying pastries.
Right.
So I was like, so maybe it's just English-speaking countries that call them Danishes, but
Right.
they're pastry. But if you do want a good Danish, Denmark has them.
Denmark, they have them.
Oh yeah.
They have
They
Danish.
might call them Vienna Bread, but they do them better.
That's so funny. You're like, I've come all this way for Danish. It's called Vienna Bread here. Do you do it? Yeah, it's amazing. You're not going to believe it, but we don't call it that.
Oh, they have all kinds. They have like a more savory kinds, but they're like light and fluffy pastry. They're just amazing breakfast breads. Really, really good.
It's making me hungry.
Yeah, me too.
It doesn't take a lot. Just think about a certain, anything. Now I need to eat something. Oh, man.
Napping Ben, the penultimate ASMR, says Elizabeth Fahey.
The second to last ASMR?
You can't hear my microphone, Leo?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, can...
Maybe you're just you need to get a little closer to it, babe.
Sorry.
The levels are good. I checked the levels. I checked them again. And then I checked them again and again and again and again.
It's just me. I'm sorry, guys.
She's very softly spoken.
I'm loud enough in my headphones, so I didn't want to...
Right. We need to turn your headphones down so you'll speak loudly enough. It's the big news show.
Wow, it's 9:05.
Is it really?
We did start...
We started late.
We started on time. I don't think we ever explained to YouTube that we started without them and had to have a couple of takes.
I think we went private on YouTube because we do our test streams and stuff, and it's a weird little toggle. You set it to private, and then when you click outside that box, it goes right back to what it was. It happened to me like 4 times. And I didn't. I thought I did it, and I thought I got it right there. But so yeah, we did one. We did a run that failed, and then we started again. We'll delete the extra ones so people can tell the difference.
The other thing, my mic has been quiet the whole show through, and especially it says my mic's off.
Because your mic is off.
I don't know.
Her mic is definitely not off.
I can hear it.
Oh, jeez.
But, I'll see what... I can switch to Facebook and see what people on Facebook are saying.
Let me just check. I'm going to go to you for a second, babe. Actually, let's do another drive-by. I will see. Babe, you're about to be live. Your mic is live now.
Cool. Okay. Oh yeah. Now I hear. Now I hear the echo.
Yeah.
So I was just hearing me without the echo before, so it wasn't. So sorry, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us know.
Oh my goodness.
I should have known. That's the whole time.
I did so much
Oh.
talking all that time. I'm sorry, babe. Now I'll know. No echo. I'm not being heard. That's why it's good to have the echo for us. Okay. Sorry, guys.
It just makes me want to quit.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. That's so annoying. What a pain. Okay.
That's my own stupidity that made it happen.
So,
Cheers, everybody.
cheers, guys.
An hour plus into the show, and we realized that one of the 2 microphones that we use for the show has not been working the entire time.
Bugger. I gotta look more closely at the comments.
Way to go, Ben.
Well.
It's unusable. The whole show is unusable.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart.
They wouldn't have heard anything that you said the whole time. You would have sounded like you're on the other side of the room.
Should I present my story again? We'll do it another time.
I'm telling you, I'm getting very close to just throwing it in. I can't. I don't know how much more of this crap I can take. Man.
Oh, everybody's saying please don't quit on us.
Oh, you guys, you don't know the work I put into this
And
shit,
thank
and then
you, Ben.
and then it just fails, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
All I want to do is bring you guys a great show, and it just continues to just be so difficult. It's like.
Well, I think the
I
perfect
can't
response
believe
to
it.
that
I cannot
is
believe that.
you are bringing a great show.
Yeah, great show that you can't hear,
There's just
or
a
you can't
few
see,
hiccups.
or it has a crackle, or Oh man, that is really, really, really frustrating.
Monica says she heard me. It was just quiet.
Uh-huh.
And Elizabeth says she could hear me the whole time.
That doesn't make any sense.
And you guys make my week. They could hear me through the other mics, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just leave it, and it'll just be a terrible...
The theme park pigeon, that's a great name, says...
Did anyone guess the movie quote?
Oh, I don't know.
It's been a while. I'm going to roll that thing again.
All right, I'm going back to where I think you gave us the movie quote.
It was in the middle of your
comments.
news story.
So, I guess here's a good tip. I see the comments on YouTube the most. So if you guys want me to see the comments, YouTube is the best place.
Yeah. Oh, it's so disappointing.
The Deer Hunter, said Con.
No.
Back then.
Nope. Good guess.
Maybe
but
they'll
no.
check the chat for movie answers. Was it
At this point, I can't remember what it was anyway, so it doesn't really
Erwin
matter.
R. Fletcher, to be exact, said David Kowalski. That was back then.
Kowalski got it.
Special Ed said Young Doctors in Love.
But it's Erwin M. Fletcher, and the movie is Fletch.
Nice.
Well done, Kowalski. Dave, I'm glad that you spoke up because I did something for you. If you guys go to the Shopify store, you'll see, and we don't have the scrolling, moving around option because Kieran's not here to be at the computer and do it. But if you go to the Shopify page, which you can get to through the website, you'll see, David Kowalski, that we now have the Big New Show underwear. As you suggested last week.
Oh my goodness.
You can't see it here. It's not in the top selling items yet.
Okay.
There are no top selling items. They're all tied at 0 at the moment. But
That's on your website?
if you go to the website, then you can click on the Shopify store link up in the corner on the right, and it will take you to the Shopify page where you can find boxer briefs that say The Big New Show with Ben Bailey on them. Just for David Kowalski. We did that
That's
just
hilarious.
for you. By the way, you guys, this Shopify catalog here is set up so that whatever you guys buy, a percentage of the money comes to us and a percentage goes to Share Our Strength. That's how we're continuing the work for the charity. On the old Working From Home show, we used to promote No Kid Hungry. Share Our Strength and No Kid Hungry they work together side by side, fighting hunger here in these United States. And you guys can help by buying some Big New Show merchandise from our Shopify page, which is Ben Bailey Comedy.
And I just shared it on YouTube in the comments.
Excellent.
That was fun.
Emma
That was
just
from you.
shared it in the comments on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
fantastical.
This is cool. I can do cool stuff here.
You could do cool stuff.
And I pinned that message so people will be able to find it.
So I hope you guys liked the song, the music video. You could hear that. There's vocals for it too, but I didn't get a chance to record those. What?
Elizabeth Fahey said, if you make Sparkle Barkle t-shirts or hoodies, I'm there.
Okay, done. Dunzo.
Okay, awesome.
Next week we'll have Sparkle Barkle hoodies and T-shirts for you.
Ah, Leo.
Maybe as soon as tomorrow.
Leo Vela says they want your signature on the items.
Oh, they want an autographed thing.
Interesting.
Okay, I can add that. I
Okay.
appreciate you guys telling us what you might want from there.
Yeah, tell us what you want.
I'm going to make crackle shirts at this rate. I'm going to make a shirt that says one of the fucking mics isn't on, you jackass.
Oh, bum.
Crackle hats. Crackle hats and... What was the other one? They wanted things autographed.
Yes.
What sort of items? What kind of autographed items would they like?
Maybe it's just the T-shirts and things. Let us know, guys.
I wonder if it's the computer, babe, because we started doing stuff on there. We started getting a lot of chatter.
Autograph thong, says Con.
Con. Come on, man. Blowing it up like that. Blowing it up. You know how I feel when I'm doing this, when I just keep working on the show and trying to make it better. I feel like I'm fighting myself. You know? I feel like I'm in a boxing ring.
Huh.
I'm literally getting into a fight with myself.
Really? Wow, I wonder what that would look like. Well, there's the boxing ring. Tonight, Ben v. Ben. Oh, there they are. Whew. Oh my goodness. Warming up for the fight. Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
Boxing Ben's.
That's awesome, babe. Well done.
Thank you. It's all on you at the moment.
Wow. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, is that what
Definitely looks a bit rock'em sock'em.
they were called?
Yeah, that's what we call
That was
them.
the thing you guys had here. Like,
Yeah, that's what we call them, rock'em sock'em robots.
Oh,
and they
dear.
would. There's a great ad where one guy was like, "I'm gonna knock his block off," and then they had that like their neck would make that noise when their head went up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, that was good fun. Rock'em sock'ems.
Oh, that's funny.
We finally did Ben versus Ben boxing. We've had that in the works since day one.
Oh, that's
I'm sure some part of it didn't work properly.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
Good. I like it. Well, folks, it's Wednesday, and Wednesday is Sunday on the Big News Show.
Wow.
So I think you know what that means. It means it's time for Sunday. When your calendar flips over Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, and then finally, boom! So those of you that don't know what Sunday is, we celebrate. There's weird holidays. Like every day is a weird holiday or two, or three or four or five or six.
Yeah.
And we celebrate them with a monster truck extravaganza style commercial for them. So what do we have today, babe? What are the weird holidays for this week's Sunday?
Well, the first one that is kind of weird because it came up on the National Day calendar, which is an American website for national holidays.
Oh.
It was Australia Day.
It's Australia Day.
Yeah.
Is it the 25th already?
26. Yeah, but it's.
But 26th there.
No, it's the 26th here.
Is it the 26th today?
Yeah.
The crackle is killing me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Australia Day. And what are we meant to? What do? We just celebrate all things Aussie.
Yeah, I guess you could do that being here.
And what are they doing in Australia to
In
celebrate?
Australia, it's sort of the somewhat the equivalent of the 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
You know, people have barbecues and it's a national holiday and whatnot.
You get drunk, you blow your hand off with some fireworks that you weren't supposed to have.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a very dark look at the 4th of July, but it seems like every year there's a story of someone doing
They're
that.
a little more tightly controlled.
Yes, I'm sure they are in Australia.
Do you want me
Like
up?
way more tightly.
Just you on the screen? That cool?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just
You looking
asking.
for some screen time?
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. All right, here. Here, it's all you.
No,
Take it.
both.
I'll give you the logo.
I like it.
I'll give you the logo. What else do we have?
I just wanted to be there with you.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be there together again
Okay.
sometime soon. Now.
Okay.
I can't believe your mic was off. It makes me want to beat my head against the
I'm
block
so sorry,
wall.
babe.
It's
Well,
ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
we had
Australia Day. So where people you get a barbecue, you celebrate the existence of Australia.
it celebrates the establishment of Australia, which is
Okay, so it's like an Independence Day kind of thing, just like
no,
the
it
4th
was
of
the
July.
the settlement. It was when the ships arrived in 1788
Okay.
from Britain with the first 350 convicts from Britain that were sent over for all sorts of little petty crimes and stuff.
And they just like dropped them on the beach and were like, later.
No, there was like
See you later, Ned Kelly. You'll
Sorry,
never be
no.
anything.
Sorry, no. 11 ships, 750 criminals, 300 lay people came with them.
Wow. They were grossly outnumbered.
It does not honour, and it's started to, in Australia, they've started to acknowledge the Indigenous people of Australia who were there for 40,000 years before that.
Right.
And yeah, it's crazy that, yeah, we're sort of like, yay, Australia started.
Yeah,
in
here's the birth of this
1788.
country. Like we've been
It's
living here
like-
for literally 40,000 years. That's
It-
like very similar to the American story with the American Indians.
Yeah, it's the oldest, driest,
Native
and
Americans.
flattest inhabited continent in the world.
The oldest,
Says
driest,
national-
flattest inhabited continent in the world.
It's quite a sentence.
Yeah, that's a big statement.
It's a odd statement.
Oldest, driest, flattest.
But yeah, I think. But there's a push to change the day to say, hey, Australia was here before that, and people were here before that. So why don't we, not do it on what is kind of a national day of mourning for Aboriginal people?
Right. Yeah.
So,
Funny. Same day, huh?
yeah, these are very different things to different people.
Yeah. It's very similar, man. It's all right. So it's Australia
like-
Day.
Much like Kiss a Shark Week.
And very much also the other holiday that comes to mind, which is not a holiday so much as a Halloweek,
Yep.
Kiss a Shark Week.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean?
Kiss a
By
Shark.
the way, I said that wrong. It's Kiss a Shark Week. It's not Kiss a Shark Week. Pick your favorite Shark Week and pucker up. Come here, Shark Week. I love you. Kiss a Shark Week. So we're supposed to like appreciate sharks and
Yeah.
all they do for us.
Yeah, sharks are 400 million years old. Well, not all of them.
God, they
But-
must be exhausted.
They've been around for a long
Imagine
time.
how tired they are.
They predate dinosaurs.
Sharks have been around before, yeah,
Yeah,
but they're no good at all to trying to tell us about what it was like then.
and they've
That's amazing.
yeah, they've survived 5 mass extinction events, but now they're endangered again. So
Right, because of us.
yeah, yep.
No surprise
So-
there.
Yeah, it's just about
Just because there's so many of us. That's insane.
yeah. So it's about appreciating sharks and
Appreciate sharks.
yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
I
pretty
like it.
amazing that the
I'm
sharks.
not going to
that-
kiss one. You know, sharks are behind this holiday. Like, give a shark a kiss. Just come here. It's okay. We're perfectly. Come on, guys. It's Kiss a Shark Week. Let's do this. No. The sharks set that whole thing up. Don't go in there, man. Kiss a Shark Week, and I guess we have one more.
Is Yodel for Your Neighbor's Day. is the
Yodel
last
for your neighbor.
one.
Well, who else would I yodel for? Honestly, you think about it. Yodel for your neighbors. Do you have some sort of backstory on that?
Yodeling, melodious, funny, or croaky.
Yodeling, melodious, funny, or croaky.
Yeah.
That's like a headline?
That's,
Like, which one is it? I thought you were going to say yodeling, melodling when you said melodious. You were like, yodeling,
yodeling,
melodling.
melodling.
Yodely melodely.
They say the best part about yodeling is that lay people with basic understanding of notes and rhythms can enjoy yodeling. You can yodel without expensive equipment or a venue. Just walk through your neighborhood yodeling and call out to your neighbors to join you. Soon, you'll find yourself being part of a small group yodeling happily on the street.
You find yourself in the backseat of a car.
Any guarantees with that?
Can you imagine if we did that in our neighborhood? It just went out and started yodeling and tried to get the neighbors to come out. They would be very good at ignoring us. I don't think anyone would be coming out for a yodel. It's pretty chilly though.
This is my favorite line from the explanation from nationaltoday.com. Yodeling is an age-old form of singing popularized by the shepherds of Scandinavia.
And now, today, one day only, you do it for your neighbors, and you ask them to join in. That's a really interesting description.
Is that how?
Is that how I think?
Is that how you learned about yodeling from the shepherds of Scandinavia?
I don't know if I ever had any formal yodeling education.
Yeah, I don't know how popular it is.
What did they say it is? What was that description again?
It's an age-old form of singing popularized by the shepherds of Scandinavia.
By the shepherds of Scandinavia?
Yeah.
Yodel, 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 yodel. Where did my sheep go?
Yeah, which is, yeah.
Yeah, because they were calling for sheep, and they were the only one out there.
Yeah, in the Central
Alps. Just started
Alps,
singing after a while.
They started using the unique form of communication.
I bet none of them ever did a crackle yodel before. I'm the world's first crackle yodeler. All right, we have Australia Day, Kiss a Shark Week, which means like you could get started today, but you got a week of shark kissing ahead of you. And then yodel for your neighbors and see if you can get them to join in. And then we have Smash Your Microphones Day.
I'm so sorry, huh?
Oh, I can't believe your mic was off. I'm an idiot. I'm trying to get past it, but it's still bothering me. But it's not going to ruin Sunday, folks. Let's do it. Oops. This weekend, one day only, celebrate a country you've hardly ever heard of. It's the biggest, driest, flattest piece of land that has people on it in history. It's Australia Day. Go out and put a couple of shrimp on the barbie. They never say that. Now go find a shark and kiss him. But maybe you shouldn't, because this whole holiday was started by sharks. They want you to get in the water so they can eat you. Now go yodel for your neighbors and get them to yodel along.
Woo!
That is a great... That explosion sound effect. I love that after explosion, like the echo, the kickback. Pretty badass. Wow. It was, we got through it. This has been episode number 3 of the Big News Show, wrought with technical difficulties of one kind or another, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. I still had fun. I will continue to plug away. I'm not going to quit. I will defeat that crackle if it's the last thing I do. Mm-hmm. And we will make sure that the microphones are on. Hopefully Kieran will feel better. Yeah. And I won't have to do everything again next week.
Things will run a lot more smoothly with him here.
Things will run a lot more smoothly, maybe. We've got to get to the bottom of the crackle, really. Or I'm going to write it into a sketch. But that's it for the Big News Show, episode 3, everybody. I think it's time to juggle. I'm Ben Bailey.
I'm Emma Gleeson.
I think it's time to juggle some chickens before they've hatched.
Nice.
Wrong button. Oh, that was maybe my best one yet. Come on out here, babe.
I'm going to get hit by those wooden eggs.
Emma, you're not supposed to tell them the secret about the eggs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being patient. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be around again next week, same time. Maybe we'll make some eggy toast. Look how much bigger my head is than those. It's twice. It's literally twice. It's twice the size. It's crazy.
Twice as nice.
Twice as nice. All right, juggling. Look out. Look out. It's not the very first one that I threw. Thank you, guys. We'll be back next Wednesday. Hopefully there won't be the problems again. It's hard to produce a television show in your basement when when everything's new to you. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.